A very good morning and welcome back to another daily market outlook. EUR USD has been pushing in towards the downside, after which it made a pullback in towards the upside again after obviously the news that came out yesterday. So as we were looking for a potential short yesterday, we did indeed see that sell-off in towards the downside from this area of supply. So what is the major thing that we're looking at for today? Well, that is the fact that we broke this 4-hour fractal low. So ultimately, what this means is that we saw a push up, we saw a pullback, and then we saw another push up to this high over here. So this is this high, this low is this low over here. And now what have we seen euro dollar do? We've seen that push in towards the downside, and we've seen that low break. Obviously not with a candle close, with a wick, but we have seen it break fractal wise. Now we're starting to see a pullback back in towards this area of consolidation, right? This area of consolidation over here, which is acting, or consolidation always acts as an area of supply. So there is potential for a short today once again on EUR USD, and that is what I am also looking for potentially, okay? But we need to understand, guys, there is no liquidation in that move down, right? So this candle in a push down, there is no liquidation inside it. So what does no liquidation mean? Well, it often means that we liquidate the high itself. So just a very, very simple example. Let's say we look at this push down over here, right? This is pretty similar, where we also have consolidation and then a big push down. And then you can see without any problem, the market just reverses and takes out everybody who went short above that area of supply, okay? If you don't understand what I'm trying to explain, like if you go short over here on this area of supply, you can see the market does not react at all, and that is because there is no liquidation in the move at all. In this move down, for example, what happens is that we form liquidity highs, and then once the liquidity high is liquidated, then we see the next move down. So that is what I'm currently looking for. I'm looking inside of the pullback itself. Is there liquidity forming, which is taking out stop losses? And can we then look to potentially capitalize on that? So what I'm looking for today is, again, a potential short on the 4-hour and the 15-minute time frame. Looking at the 15-minute time frame, by the way, guys, we took a beautiful, beautiful setup yesterday. At least most people did. We saw the push down. Obviously, we knew that there was a pullback in towards 4-hour supply. And then inside that 4-hour supply, remember, you can watch yesterday's video back. We saw a shift in the overall market structure, right? So again, push up, push down, push up. We came back for kind of like that double top, didn't take out this high, but then we broke the low over here. And then if you wanted to wait for a double break, you could have taken it on the low break over here. So this would have been your short. And at its peak around, 1 to 3R exactly. So a beautiful, beautiful setup over there for around 40 pips profit. Obviously, if some of you took it over here, that was also a beautiful, beautiful setup, guys. I know some of you took it. I know also some of you took it over here. So yeah, glad that you took your USD. Now, what is on the card for today? Well, personally, I am looking for another short. However, as I explained in this move down, there's no liquidity. So what I'm looking for is to potentially take out this high itself, because I know a lot of people are shorting from this over order block, from this support and resistance level. So what I'll look for is either, boom, take out the liquidity high, and then we want to look for that short. Or what we'll look for is, let's say this kind of like pattern is now forming, right, with the 1, 2, 3 very clearly. We'll wait for a double break. So we'll just short on the break of this low, right? Because this first low break could just also be a liquidity grab to then fuel the move up. No, we'll wait for a double break, okay? So that is what I'm looking for today. Either way, we have potential shorts on our hands for EUR USD, but just bear in mind that there is some liquidation that we need to wait for. Overall, we're forming this descending pattern, so it would make sense for euro dollar to push down one more time, and then preferably kind of like into the entire sell before the buy. So that's the analysis on euro dollar, guys. Daily still looking good to push down lower. Obviously, we are kind of like in a bullish trend still. And we need to see some more bearish momentum kick in on the 4-hour. The first kind of like bearish indication is obviously that fact that we broke this 4-hour fractal low. So let's see if we can start, pushing down lower, guys. Moving in towards the dollar index, because we need the dollar index to be bullish, right, for those euro USD shorts. We can see that we perfectly reversed in towards the upside from this area of 4-hour demand yesterday. So what does this mean? What does this mean for the dollar index? Well, it means that at the moment, this is now your fractal low over here. Okay, so yesterday's fractal low is now gone. And this fractal low, guys, is just, let's say, market structure explained, but then just on basis of wicks and stuff. So this is now our area of demand over here. Okay, so this is now the area of demand, which we've now entered. So we're now looking again to see if the dollar index can push up higher again from here. Okay, so it would make sense, in my personal opinion, due to the fact that we've broken this fractal high, we now have a fractal low. This is demand, so we should now continue to push up. Obviously, we did grab kind of like liquidity above this, obviously liquidity high, and we kind of have, let's say, a slow pattern, right? You kind of want more momentum in that move up. But if we just zoom out a little bit, look at the daily, we can see that there is still room to push in towards this daily order block over here, this daily buy before the sell, this daily area of consolidation. So therefore, still looking for a push up on the dollar, a little bit higher. Now going in towards AUD USD, what are the opportunities on that pair? So we've been pulling up higher and higher. Obviously, yesterday I was looking for a potential short, not gonna lie, after the 4 hour over here broke this fractal low over here. So we saw a fractal change in the overall structure after liquidating this high. So therefore I was at that moment and time looking, let me just delete this zone. I was looking here on the 4 hour for a potential short from here. And as you can see, the market did in fact actually slow down inside that 50-minute demand zone. But yeah, for me, it wasn't really that interesting. I was already in a USD yen long, to be honest. For the rest, what did we see? High break over here. So this was the low break. So what you can see is that this was the fractal high. So we broke the fractal high up. So we were bullish. This was the first fractal low break then afterwards. So I was waiting for this low over here to go and then to short, but we never broke that fractal low. So it was kind of just chopping around. Like if you want this very exactly explained, push up, push down, push up, and then push down again. But in the meantime, there was already a bullish push up again, fractal structure wise. Yeah, it just wasn't very clean, to be honest. So now looking at the 4 hour, where are we now? We're now inside this area of supply. So we could look for a potential short from there. Just keep in mind, if you look at this daily time frame, there's no supply at all, but there is order flow, right? So this is the overall order flow zone. So we are inside, let's say, the daily order flow supply. So we could start looking for potential shorts, especially now seeing that we're stacked with the 4 hour, but we need the dollar index to become bullish, and then go into the 1 hour. And then you'll start to understand, okay, there is still kind of some stuff that needs to happen. We need to at least break this low now again, and then another time. So I'll look for double break on Aussie dollar. If we get that, I'll look for shorts. Otherwise, just keep on longing this thing upwards. There's no real clear 4 hour area of supply for the rest. Daily wise, also not. I always use the 50% body candle, and then you can see that there's still some room until we, let's say, achieve or reach some imbalance. That's all the way up here. So therefore, if we do see a reaction from this 4 hour order block, I'll be happy to look for short. Otherwise, I'll just kind of like skip out on it. Going into pound dollar, so GBP USD, what are we seeing over there? So GBP USD has now reached an area of supply. So there are potential shorts on the card from this area of supply over here. 4 hour is still bearish, all the way from, what is it? This high over here into this low over here. We didn't close below this low, so that means that this is still, let's say, the low, but now this is the lowest point. So now what's just simply happening is that we're just pulling back into here, draw in the fib tool, and you can see we're pretty much just reaching the 618, including this area of supply. So I am going to be looking for a potential short again on pound dollar. But what do we need for that potential short? We need, again, the lower time frame to shift. So at the moment, we're, for example, inside this 1 hour area of imbalance. So what I'll now be looking for is to see, okay, is there actually supply? So we don't just randomly start selling from an area of supply. No, now I understand this is my fractal low, which broke this fractal high, break, and then boom, you want to see another break because that confirms the bearish trend, and then we'll just sell off in towards this area of demand. That's the plan for pound dollar, not taking any longs at the moment, looking for shorts, but then the shorts need the bearish confirmation. Going in towards Kiwi dollar, looking for a short as well. Go into the daily. What can we see on the daily time frame, guys? So the daily has pushed in towards this area of supply, this buy before the sell-off. So that is a good sign. For the rest, this is the high, this is the low. So you can see we also pulled back exactly into the 50% mark over here. So straight away reaction, daily supply. So yes, looking for a short. Now go into the 4 hour time frame. What can we see over there? On the 4 hour time frame, you can see that we've reached the 4 hour order flow. So the order flow is simply just the entire buy before the sell, guys. So we're now inside that entire buy before the sell. So now looking for that potential short play, not necessarily looking at the 4 hour, more looking at the 1 hour. So on the 1 hour, I'll be looking to see if we can break this low over here. That would be nice. And then again, just wait for a double break, or we go into the 15-minute time frame. What can we see on the 15? Yeah, 15, maybe be a little bit more aggressive. Like this is the 50-minute swing high. This is the 50-minute swing low. So we can now see that after a 50-minute break of structure, what do you expect? You expect a pullback. So this is the entire push up. This is the break of structure. After reaching daily supply, reaching the 50% mark, we want to look for a short. So now to confirm the bearish trend, I'll be looking to go short on the low break over here. Okay, so once this low breaks, I'll be looking for a short, and then we can sell off and grab all the liquidity underneath these lows. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for this morning, a sell off after this low break. Then go into gold. What are we seeing there? Last pair of the day, we pushed up higher. Pretty nice to see. Overall, gold has been extremely messy. Obviously, we are bullish with the situation in the world. So when there's uncertainty, gold tends to pump. We can clearly see gold is very messy. But overall, we're inside this area of supply. That is where the market is now stalling. So if we break that area of supply, this one on the 1 hour, then I'll be looking for potential long again. For the rest, I am looking for a long still. But we just need kind of like more alignment on, let's say, the 1 hour time frame and stuff. So just wait again for example, a flip like this, and then we just start to look for a long again, because for the rest, there's no real clear supply over here. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Wish you all a fantastic day and speak soon.